Hi, this is Glenda. I received 2 packages today, and I like collecting the craft tools almost as much as I like using them, and I have a tendency to find them all a nice home as soon as they arrive and don't always actually try them straight away. So I set myself a little challenge to use all the different things that arrived today. So I'm hoping I've collected all the bits, and we'll see how we go with this. This is the first time doing this kind of thing for me. So my base is going to be this very glimmery paper. What I do in my Shimmer Mist tray is always put a piece of paper, and you just leave it there accumulating colour until you think it's got a good coverage, and then you've got this wonderful paper. It's great for butterflies because if you do both sides you've got 2 sides, and it's just a really nice resource to have on hand. So that's my base. Okay, the first thing I got a Tim Holtz mask flourish, so we'll see how we go. There'll be a bit of noise. I'm about to put on my compressor, which is probably not much noisier than when I forget and leave the fan going while I record. Okay, first really dumb move. The mask has little bits that need to be popped out, doesn't it? Okay, so I tried to get the negative part of the image up so I could use that, because that was the look I was more going for. And I don't know whether you're supposed to be able to use it, but it wasn't working. I'm not sure if it's torn or anything. I'll have to have a look when I'm done. So we'll go with the plan B. Thinking I need a darker colour. It's not really happening. Let's see what we've got. Okay, at least I've used it, that's the challenge. Right. Next thing I got was Tim Holtz again, Fancy Flourishes stamp set. And the sentiment on this says, what you do today is important because you're exchanging a day of your life for it, which I thought was quite nice. So I have some black stays on. So I'm going to stamp this on a scrap first. Okay. If you get it on the right angle you can see it, and it's crooked. Everything I do is crooked. I can't be bothered getting a Stamp-O-Magic. I have one. I can't be bothered getting it out for every task. So we'll go with the It's a Grunge Look excuse. Leave it at that. I will clean the stays off properly later. This is one of the flourishes in the set. It only has the 2. In fact, it's only 3 stamps, which when you analyse it like that is expensive, but they are pretty. This is like a Spencerian flourish. This is Archival Brilliance Coffee Bean. Next thing I got was Tim Holtz grunge paper, which I've never had before. And you'll never guess, Tim Holtz weathered clock, which I've always fancied, so I got that. So I've cut my weathered clock in my grunge paper, and I have sprayed it with Raven Glimmer Mist. And I've got some Sapphire Rub and Buff that I got from Jennings 644. I think my sponges had it. Go back to the finger. This stuff is so messy. I thought it was one of the best. Like, I've had the metallic pastes and the little round things come in a strip, and it just all rubs off and wasn't very good, whereas the Rub and Buff is great, but it's hard to get here and terribly expensive. Spotlight carries a little bit in a couple of colours, but it's about $12 a tube. So I finally got in a couple, because I've had the tubes go dry. I find that's a real problem. So you don't, although you use a tiny bit and it should last a lifetime, the lid's split and it dries up on you before you can possibly get, you know, into the tube at all. So anyway, apparently there are some Gilda's pastes on the market, Viva Ink Gold and things, so I'm going to try those next, but I've got to get through my lifetime supply of Rub and Buff first. Okay, here there's my weathered clock, so I'm going to put that on, something like that. And I'm hoping the hot glue is working and will hold it. I'm going to have an excess of hot glue, I can see that right now. Okay, so I've lost one of my hands. What a nuisance. That's embarrassing. Anyway, the next thing I got was the enamel accents in black and in white. And to allow drying time, I coloured the hands already, but I've lost the big hand, which makes the tape difficult to finish. I shall have to go hunting for it. But anyway, that was using up the next product. I shall find the other hand and fix that shortly. Okay, the other parcel I got was stick pin parts from Fiona at Jennings 644. I'm not going to use the really long stick pins, this just doesn't need it. So I've picked out just a pearl pin I already had, and I've picked out a couple of the beads and the other little small glossy accents I got, so I've glued it with that. So that uses that. And I'm going to put that in as my winder up the top. And then the last thing I got was the Big Sty small easel. Oh look, it's Tim Holtz. So as my cards tend to be front heavy, I'm going to put that on the back of the card as a stand. So I'll finish that all up and show you what happened. When I find the missing hand, I finished my card and made a matching envelope, which I always do to use up the paper that I will never use on anything, so I make an envelope whenever I do a 5x7. I'm guessing you're not going to be able to see that sentiment down here in the corner. You have to get it on just the right light to be able to see it, but it's there. I've added a few more embellishments and waited till the glue dried, which I'm very pleased with myself. I have added my stand to the back just to justify its existence. Might have to trim the edge off though. So that's it. I have used my new supplies. I've put my new supplies away. They will have nice new homes, and I'll try not to forget about them. Thanks for watching. Bye.